What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I really don't feel like filming. It is December 9th, but I do want to get a video up every day, so I'm just going to do a short little video today about how I got this dude. He's so cute. So some people have been asking me just a few questions about my little nugget, and I thought I would explain it because he's a big part of my life. So this is Gus Strange. He has his own Instagram if you'd like to follow him on there. He obviously has a very hard life, but I got him for Christmas last year. Actually, it's the best gift I've ever gotten, and shout out to my sister and my parents for making it possible. Gus is actually an emotional support animal. So some people asked about like where I live and if he's allowed here and all that junk. And if your dog is certified as an emotional support animal, then no place can deny you for having a pet. It is technically under being a service dog. He's not a service dog. So I used to take him to class, but I'm not allowed to. So he can't go to like grocery stores and bowling alleys and stuff like that. I don't know why I just used bowling alleys as an example, but he can live at my apartment with me, even though my apartment isn't not exactly pet friendly. It's just for service animals. So Gus is an emotional support animal, and some of you might ask, how does that happen and what does he do for you? Gus, do you want to answer this one? To get him certified, he doesn't have to go through any training. That's why they're different than service dogs. He is actually a prescription from a doctor, right? He's the love of my life. Like, how cute is he? Gussie, come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, good. Let's talk. To get an emotional support animal, my apartment complex sent a fax to my doctor, and then my doctor had to write back to say that I do need an emotional support animal. Now, a lot of people might say, why you need that emotional support, Sue? And I need that emotional support because I actually have depression and anxiety, and I'm not just using those words lightly. I have actually been diagnosed with those. I used to see a therapist, but I do not anymore. And no, I am not currently on any medication. I have a very skewed view towards medication, and I really didn't want to rely on taking medication every single day to feel normal, if that makes any sense to you guys. I can talk further about what's going on in my head in a different video if you guys are interested or anything like that. But our apartment got broken into last year, and they took a lot of stuff, and they were in my room, in my bed, while I was in my bed. So I was asleep. I have a very mild insomnia. I'm not like full out insomnia, but I have been prescribed like sleeping pills before, and I had taken some of those sleeping pills because I really don't get a lot of sleep, and that was when they came in, and I never heard them because I was asleep. So that was when the big push for the dog came through. My sister, shout out to you, you're the best. She's where I get all my cool shirts from, because whenever she sees something that speaks to my soul, she gets it for me. And she saw Gus, and it spoke to her soul, and she got him for me. So my sister has been a huge role in this, and that was the breaking point that allowed that my parents thought it was a-okay to get a dog because he can protect me because he's so big and strong. Some other things about Gus is that he is a lab, and he has a little bit of Great Dane in him. He's just so cute. If you have me on Snapchat, you know I'm literally obsessed with him. He's my best friend. He got his name, this is for you, Jesse Hoffman, from Cinderella. So growing up, Cinderella was my absolute favorite. I just wanted to be Cinderella. I did everything to be Cinderella. I literally wanted my wedding to be Cinderella themed. So there's that. And my parents used to call me Gus Gus as like a joke, as a little nickname, because I never took 2 trips. Always took 1 trip. If you ever watch Cinderella, you'll understand why that makes me a Gus Gus. And they actually, my parents named him. I didn't choose his name, but I'm glad they chose Gus Gus because he is such a Gus. You're such a Gus. He's so cute. And yes, he is this white. He is so white. But he has these cute little freckles on his nose and on his ears. And then he also has them on his back. And he is a little over a year old. He turned 1 year in November. You're my favorite. He weighs currently 90 pounds. He's still growing though. For any other questions about him, I'll just answer some broad ones. What does he do all day when I'm in class? So I have class most of the day. Not next semester, but this past semester and the semester before, I've had a pretty strenuous schedule, and he just chills. We trained him. He's crate trained, and his crate is like his home. We call it his home. We don't say like ever get in your crate. And the big thing with dogs is to not make the crate a punishment zone. And so that's what we did. We always call it home. And whenever any of our dogs are in trouble, we don't put them in their crate because we don't want them to think that their crate is punishment. So when he was less potty trained, he's potty trained now, obviously. When he was younger, he would stay in his crate. He's not a whiner or a barker unless there's creepy looking people, then he'll bark. But he's very friendly. He loves dogs, loves them. I don't even know if he knows he's a dog, because when he sees dogs, he's literally like, oh my gosh, that's a dog. Sue, have you ever seen a dog before? These are so cool. That's his reaction. So he chills. We don't have his crate up right now because we had to move it for a while because some stuff has been going on downstairs in my apartment, just like people's shop books and stuff like that. So we don't want his crate in the way. So he thinks he's spoiled rotten. So because my life and soul goes into this dog. So I never leave him alone for too long. And if I know I'm going to be gone, I ask someone to help me out with him. I take him to Gabby's when I go to Gabby's so he can spend more time with us. I take him to my Bigs when I go to hers because they both love him and they don't want him to be alone. He's spoiled rotten. He thinks this bed is his own bed. It's covered in his hair. All of my clothes are covered in his hair, but I really wouldn't want it any other way. So that is a little more about Gus and why I have him, and just a short video because I didn't want to spend forever editing because I have finals to study for and I didn't really want to film that much. So if you have any other questions about Gus or anything, you can leave them in the comments and I'll respond in the comments as soon as you comment them. Anyone who can get a dog, I think should get a dog. They are amazing. And if you're wondering how he works as an emotional support animal, is he's just a freaking dog. Like, if you've never had a dog before, you might not understand this, but dogs have like, they love you so much. You're their whole world. They're like the best thing in the whole entire world. And I have my family owns, we have 5 people in my family and we own 5 dogs. My sister has a dog, my brother has a dog, and my parents have 2 dogs. My parents helped me train him. And then he is a lot of work, but he is my best friend and he calms me down and he can read my mood, and like whenever I'm really struggling, he helps me, and he helps me get out of my room because I always have to take him out. I try to take him for a walk every day or to play ball with him every day because he loves that. He loves looking out the window too. So he helps me get out of my room, out of my head, and he loves me unconditionally. And what more could you want? Gus, what more could you want? Guys, he's literally so perfect. I hope you liked this video and stay tuned for Vlogmas Day 9. Is that tomorrow's 9? For Vlogmas Day 9, and I'll get some better content to you tomorrow. Gussie, say bye.